Hey YouTube, coming at you with a legend run from subscriber BAJ2018. And in the write-up they say, the highlight is Wigglytuff and my newly invested Shadow Kanto Marowak. On Saturday of the Go Battle weekend, I literally invested in Kanto Marowak that day. Dunsparce did his part as well. So every Pokemon. I climbed over 240 ELO over Go Battle weekend to hit legend after dropping 200 points with other teams during that. Okay. So it's a very straightforward team that makes a lot of sense, right? So we have Wigglytuff as a Charmer, going to be weak to poison and have problems with steals. Marowak will deal with those steals, and Dunsparce as your safe swap. Don't get me wrong, there is like a problem with like a poison grass on the lead where Charm is resisted and then you have a ground in the back. So there are some weaknesses here, but otherwise it is a fairly balanced team with a safe swap. So you basically only need to get out if you see a poison or if you see a steal. But Azumarill is not one of those. So we will just stay in here and see if we take the first move. That was pretty quick, so it's probably just to play rough. Most people don't even fake the Hydro anymore. Like everyone just kind of knows it's going to be a play rough. So get to the Swift. Does not KO. You have the option to just shield and keep switch, or just give it up and try and get ahead on energy. And going to let it go and get ahead on energy, and the instance, oh boy. They instant swap blindly into a Morpeko, which the first time around the Aura Wheel is electric. So they're just going to go for the neutral Psychic Feigns. Going to get Mud Slap the crap down. Holy smokes. Don't switch blindly. If they switch blindly into that, they probably have another thing weak to ground in the back. And kind of recognizing that and knowing that they're switch locked. Yeah, exactly. Low kicks. Okay, this is half dark, so they will get out into Azumarill. And again, you don't have an amazing answer for Azumarill. I would probably... then they're going to burn some switch clock here. I was going to say, I would Swift and bail into Dunsparce. The thing is, Dunsparce is also super effective with the rock against low kicks, because low kicks is half bug. So you could theoretically stay, or you could do this. The other option is to chip and come in here. The only problem is switch clock is a bit up. But again, that said, you're throwing rollout and rock slide, which is super effective against low kicks. So even if they come back in, you're in a good spot. Two of your Pokemon are going to very easily deal with that. Can we roll it down? I don't think so. So going to throw the move. And they do come back in here. So the rollouts are super effective, and so is the rock slide. Sucker punches will start to add up here. So they do shield. They're going to have to throw. You're going to do another move. Both of you tempting fate there. So get another one off. They will just commit the 2 shield, which is kind of weird because just to get punished by a fairy, going to shield up a potential Trailblaze. So there we go. 1 done through. And then if you got that in the front, of course we have an answer to poison in the back. Okay. Terrible lead. Dunsparce, safe swap. Ooh, Diggersby. So already you're in huge trouble with rollout being resisted. You can chip with some drill runs, but just the pacing of Diggersby is actually very fast as well. And just resist a rollout non-stab drill run is not going to compete with a stab quick attack and a stab scorching sands. So really rough matchup here. Really rough lead. Basically, you're not going to be able to flip switch here. So we're going to chip as much as we can. We're going to come back in with Wiggly. We're going to just take all the damage. And we're going to hope Kanto Marowak doesn't get hard counter in the back. Because you got a 2 shield Kanto Marowak for the win here. So just going to let that go. Out comes Wiggly. Got to let this go. So just going to go for the farm down here. Your attack was lowered once, so even if this lands, yeah, instant swap. There we go. And they instant swapped, and this is the top left. And why is it top left? Because they have the same energy and shields as you, both in the 2, so it doesn't matter what you do, you're basically going to take each other out. And then you have your Wigglytuff on and their Toxapex, so you have no shot. So, Licky Licky. I guess neutralist lead and giving up switch. I don't like that. I don't think there's a point to that. I know what you're trying to do. You tried to catch the shadow ball. I mean, no, Wiggly's half normal anyway, so you didn't even try and catch a shadow ball. I don't think there's a reason to give it up. I think you just stay, because this is not like an ABB style team where you need to try and draw something out. It's a very balanced team. So I personally would have just stayed in with that Wiggly matchup, thrown some Swifts, thrown some Icy Winds, and then take it from there. Because now you give up switch. Dunsparce is met with Marowak, so the rollouts are resisted. Draw run is neutral. So another Mudslap will go through because you both have 3-turn fast moves, as you can see on my graphic there. And them knowing, so they are going to try and just come to the farm down, I guess, which means they will have to shield. And they do. They have a move, but that charm, so even if you get like a Rock Slide off, that charm is going to register and take them out. So that Bone Club does go through, but out comes the Licky Licky with a bunch of energy. So going to shield up the first Body Slam, trying to get to that Icy Wind. You both are going to get to move at the same time and winning CMP there. So this will be nice to lower their attack. Won't take them out, obviously. Yeah, I would just take the move anyways on this. Save Marowak for just a run at the end here. Ouch. That run is into a Drifblim. So Icy Wind super effective. You do have Rock Slide, but the Mudslap's being double resisted means that after they lower your attack once, going to bait here. I don't even know if Rock Slide takes out your Shadow and their Shadow. Yeah, it doesn't even work. I think you just have to go straight Rock Slide anyways, but I don't even know if Rock Slide takes out. So Diggersby, again, will just probably stay in this matchup and just play it out. Going to shield up the first, trying to get to the AC Wind before taking a Scorching Sands. So Scorching Sands goes through, does not lower your attack. Here comes the super effective Icy Wind. Will not take them out, but it will chip them and lower their attack. So they end up shielding. Problem with Wiggly, as you can see, the 3 times 6 at best is 18 turns worth of move. So you're just going to get outpaced significantly on this. And there you go. So now they get to another move just because they're faster on the charge there. But you live with 1 HP to get off a Swift. Not enough to take out. But now kind of getting a few slaps on Marowak. Because Dunsparce would obviously be... Yeah, I would throw the Rock Slide too and then get out. No point of staying in after this, but try and chip or grab that shield. Grab that last shield. Now, it's only going to be an Icy Wind. So I probably would just let go because you don't know what's in the back yet. And in the back is a Toxapex. Now, your attack is lowered. Non-stop drill runs probably like 30-ish%. Which means you're going to need maybe 4 because these rollouts are also nerfed. Maybe that did a bit under 30. Here comes the second one. They now are in the yellow. They're going to get to a move off. You got a shield. Or you're just going to let it go. Interesting. Going to let it go. Instant swap. Hoping that you can just get ahead on energy here. Shield this if you need to. And have a Rock Slide for thing. But you're going to go try and live a Brine. Brine is garbage. Get to the Rock Slide. This will be probably enough to take out. Super effective Rock Slide versus Drifblim. Yeah, Shadow on Shadow. And then take out with the Mudslaps. Nice. Okay, Gastrodon. Again, any neutral lead you're kind of happy to see. You'd obviously rather see super effective like leads, but we take neutral leads when we have a balanced neutral team. So Gastrodon getting to the move. Just going Body Slam, getting to the Icy Wind here. This does not take them out. And catching a move at that on the Dunsparce, a lowered Body Slam, and then they can only match you with their own Dunsparce. So a little ahead on energy here, maybe 1 rollout ahead on energy. So they are going to they did body slam you, which maybe put you in one drill run and rollout range. It's going to be tight whether one and rollouts are enough or whether they have to throw out the second. I think one rollout, one drill run, and maybe one or two rollouts will be enough. Ooh, no, it's going to take like 4. And banking that and coming in here and forcing them to throw, scared of the charm down. So they do throw, so that's just a sacrifice. Now your switch lock, though, is the only concern with a rollout user. So obviously you resist here, but now they may have an answer for the mud in the back. And going for the bait here, assuming that the double supervector rock slide is enough to scare them, and it is not. They have 2 shields and they did not use one. Never bait. Kind of unlucky there. Now the mud slaps are super effective. No, sorry, they're single resisted, but they are, I'm trying to say they are adding up. So you do grab a shield there, but by this point they're getting to another one. I don't know what do you do here. You try and go for this, but it does not matter because they're gonna just shield it and get to a move. And now, oh, okay. They try to, I don't know what they try to do there, and you do have a move banked, so that is great. I think with this, the mud slaps and bone club are single resistant and Talonflame's so glassy that you can kind of get away with baiting, and if it doesn't land like that, just go straight mud slap bone club. It obviously puts you behind, but it still does so much damage that you can get away with it. So taking that first move, getting to the icy wind here, and they give up switch 2, and coming in, Whiscash is tough. Obviously as a Scald user, super effective against Marowak, and as a ground, resist the rollout on Dunsparce. And with that, they just go Mud Bomb, knowing that if you're coming in Marowak into a Whiscash, you probably do not have a good answer. And now you're going to have to double shield. Yeah. It's kind of a tricky spot to be in. Gonna try just for the farm down now. Oof. Whiscash be spammy. It is just another Mud Bomb, but that is a lot of chip damage. And then nice catch. Catching the Frenzy on the Wiggly. Oh, it's an Air Release. And now, again, the problem is they have a shield, and they're still going to get to a Frenzy. So they can, like, blast this and still have a shield for, how much is left on the other Pokemon? Nothing, 100%, because it's a Feraligatr that we haven't seen yet. Okay. So get off the drill run. Now you do have a second one. So this will grab that shield. Unfortunately, obviously, you will be taking a Hydro. Oh, unless you snipe. Ooh. Is Bone Club enough, or should we have thrown the Rock Slide there? Bone Club is enough. Bone Club resisted. Coming at the Superior, and it's probably enough still too here. And this is why I like Kanto Marowak, right? I even said multiple times I could use Kanto Marowak as a safe swap because I think it's really, very strong. Oof. Bad lead and bad switch here. So Toxapex lead into our Wiggly, safe swap into Dunsparce, met with a Gastrodon, resisting those rollouts. They did shield a Drill Run. So that's kind of interesting. They definitely could have, like, non-shadow Gastrodon could have lived this. They do just go straight Earth Power, so that lands and does a ton of damage. Is it worth it though? Can they shield down? Yeah, farm down here. And I think the answer is yes. Dunsparce is so spammy. Oh, stay tuned for after the video when I talk about a team that I'm going to be using. I won't tell you the team yet, but I'll tell you the strategy. Because Dunsparce spamminess reminded me of a team that I just put together, with certain like factors in there. What? Why are we top lefting? How much did I miss? How much health other Pokemon had left? Gastrodon's basically gone. I know they have a Drifblim. They have a Feraligatr. Or do they still have the Toxapex? Oh, they still have the full health Toxapex left? Okay. Still though, you had a shield advantage. Probably get off a Rock Slide or two. Maybe they dropped their phone in their toilet. You don't know. You don't know your win con. Okay. Someone posted that one time in my comments. That's why I say it all the time now. They said that their win con was if the opponent drops their phone in the toilet. So now I always just say that. But it's mostly your win con is really the game screws your opponent over. Getting off the Icy Wind on the Diggersby, that is super effective. Lowers their attack. Come in, take that Scorching Sand. Gonna get to the Bone Club here. Diggersby's pretty tanky, so may not take out from this range. Yeah, 1 HP, but mutts up enough to take it down. And out comes the Charm Ninetales, which is gonna dump energy on your Marowak, which will be super effective. Weather Balls. I'm gonna just go straight Dunsparce here. Yeah, super effective rollout into a Marowak in the back. So going to try and chip with Draw. Honestly, you hope this lands so you can come and Charm a bit. And it does, and that is a mistake I think on their end, because now you just come and Charm, and you just out-charm them. Yeah, they need to be aware of that. And now you can just roll out down and shield. Yeah, that was a mistake by your opponent. You got to be aware of the Pokemon that is left. Okay, so we have a Clodsire into Wiggly, which is a terrible matchup. So got into our Dunsparce, going for the Drill Run. Lands, again, the only problem with this matchup is that a bulky enough Clodsire needs 3 Drill Runs because the rollout is resisted. They tried to catch a Drill Run on Amandabuzz and failed. So now we have a loaded Dunsparce. We're behind on shields, but I think if possible, this is one where we want to try and... Oh, now Switch Clock is up. So just going to come in and Charm all the way down. Switch Clocks are pretty desynced here. So coming in here, that's actually good heads up because you can just overfarm and come out with an Icy Wind to hit super effective against the Clodsire. So you basically just let everything go, farm this down. They finally get out. They do have a move. If it's a Sludge Bomb, you just have to let it go. That's fine. Now come in Marowak and start spamming this. Going to shield up a move. Okay, if you're going to shield up, I don't think you can do this. I don't think you can play it out the way you played it out. You have 2 options here. If you want to, because the main problem is you had a chance to throw a move here, right? So you're not going to farm this down before it gets to a move because you can, I don't know all the counts, but you can just see how much health it has left. But as you're seeing right here, you are at a move. So if you know they're going to get to a move and it's going to be, and it's one you want to shield, you have 2 options. You can farm down. You cannot shield and go down to 2-0 shields here. That just puts you in a really bad spot. Or if you do want to try to, if you're set on taking this out, I think you throw the Bone Club here to grab that shield because they have a ton of energy. So they're going to want to dump that energy on you. And you want, if you're going to shield, force them to use one of their shields. I don't like just trying for the farm down, not getting it, and shielding. Yes, you're going to have a ton of energy, but letting them dump all their energy on you and grab a shield from you. Yes, you'll have energy. Going for a bait here because they have 2 shields is a Dugong, which is super effective, and now you have no shields. You did grab one, and again, going for another bait, hoping that they want a double shield to get those Icy Winds off, and that's exactly what's going to happen, and now we snipe. So I don't think the opponent played this 100% correct, because now they just let themselves pretty vulnerable here. Icy Wind and Drill Run will not take Dunsparce out from this range, so you're going to get to another move. So I guess having both Pokemon loaded kind of helped you out here. But they could just potentially farm down here, have Icy Wind to chip you here or take you out. And again, you're down to 0 shield, so you are in huge trouble here. And you get taken out. Yeah, so I still think that you played that wrong. I think you have to... You let that go. Let that you can farm down all the way, but you have to let that Earthquake go and save that shield, or you take them out. That being said, Legend Run, 3003. So what the hell do I know? I'm not Legend yet. So congratulations on the Legend Run. Yeah, so I think the team, yeah, basically it works. Like it's a balanced team with a safe swap. Couple weaknesses again. There's not a lot of poison grass out there right now, so it's not one that you need to be super worried about. But otherwise, team seemed to work well. So thanks for the submission. So I said I'd talk about the team. I'll talk about the team in a sec, and I want to talk about submissions now. Please, everyone, if you want to submit, please submit. There is a priority for members review. So if you are a level 1 or level 2 member, I will give you priority when doing these, even if I've already done one of yours before. So if you're like a level 1 or 2 member and you submit like multiple battles, I will showcase multiple battles of yours in a row before I do the general public. And that's just kind of the benefit of the membership of the channel. So link in the description, but this subscriber was not a member, right? So if I go through all the members and there's none and I need battles for videos, because I put out 14 videos a week, yeah, I will definitely just use whatever I have there. The team. Okay, so I put out a double dark team this morning with Malamar on it. And I saw Dunsparce here, and I had a thought because I used Toxapex on the Toxapex double dark team, which you need because you need a poison to deal with the fairies for the back. But I have found that there are certain types of Pokemon that I've always liked and always have been strong with. And those are generally spammier Pokemon that can take some moves. So when I talk about spammier Pokemon, I usually mean it takes 12 turns or less to get to your charge move. So for example, let me just bring up a bunch of Pokemon on PvPoke to give you. So Malamar is the first one that got my mind because Malamar is a 1-turn move and it takes 10 to get to Superpower and 12 to get to the first foul play and only 11 to get to the next foul play. Dunsparce, as you can see on the screen, is a 3-turn move. So it takes 4, 12 to get to the first one and only 9 to get to the second one, and then 12 and 9. If you watch my channel for a while, Swampert was one of my go-to forever. Swampert, like 5 and 4 on a 2-turn move, so that's 10 and 8. Togedemaru is with a wild charge user. 5 times 2 is 10. So those are the type of Pokemon I like. So basically, I've already seen other content creators do like the spammiest team ever. So it's not the spammiest team ever, but it's a team that is very spammy and strong. And I'm doing very well with that right now. So that's what I'll give the general public. If you remember, in the member channel on my Discord, I'll drop the team in there for you if you want to try and use it first before I eventually make it public. So these are the types of things. Like I'm going to free videos for all, but I got to give members some benefits here. So that will be another one. Anyways, that is it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.